Hey, everybody. I think audio is working now for the microphone. I was talking to you before, but now you can actually hear me. How's everybody doing? Throw a 1 in chat if you're feeling grateful. I'm excited to be here with you all. Saturday. We're going to break down the charts. It's all going to be all charts today. We're going to go about just about an hour. Big love to everybody. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell. Got some vibes just to carry you through that 10 o'clock spot here in about 8 to 10 minutes. But everybody, we're going to be breaking down these charts. So let's talk about what this opportunity is, how we can identify it, and how we can take advantage of it. Are you guys vibing today? I'm vibing. So many of you might know, but I toured nationally and internationally as a DJ for a better part of 15 years. When I talk to people about it, if they're not in the scene, they're like, so you play EDM? I'm like, no. I do not play frickin' EDM. This is its own style. This is a kind of a blend of deep house, deep tech, like underground house music. This is my vibe. This is a classic track from about 2016 in the underground house music scene. This was a big one. This is by Mano Latouf. It's called Primitive People. It's a Tale of Us remix. This is Casey Kasem with your 1990s hit singles from Deep House radio voice. Everybody get on in here. Welcome to the show. We're going to be getting going in here in just a moment. Everybody throw a one in chat if you're vibing with the track. We're going to be breaking down the charts, getting into the TA, seeing what the setups are. Let's get this going. Everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ding that bell. If you've ever heard this kind of music before, throw a one in chat. This is new to you, throw a two in chat. Hope I'm introducing you to something. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the morning show here on Saturday. Let me make sure that we don't get any doubled audio. If the audio is good, if the video is good, throw a one in chat. Let me know everything's looking and sounding good, because we had an absolute aneurysm of a death echo yesterday, and I cannot believe that that happened. I apologize for that. I listened back. I was messaging with the mods. I was like, bro, I'm surprised we didn't have so many more people fall off, because that gave me an aneurysm listening to it for about 7 seconds. Shout out to each and every one of you. My name's Kellam. This is the morning show. Saturday, we're breaking down TA. We're not going to do a full hour and a half, because I don't need to fill the spot all the way up until the BitBoy show on the Hit Network channel. I'm going to do about an hour or so. We're going to break down the charts. We're not really going to talk about news. It's just what's going on with the chart over the weekend. Are there any setups present? Is there going to be a little bit of a fake move, whether it's up or down, because volume's lower on the weekend? We have to pay attention to that. Bigger players tend to play in the traditional landscape of time, being Monday through Friday. So markets can kind of get moving on the weekend, and we got to watch out for the potential CME gap that is set on the charts. If it does happen, if it moves down, that's good actually on the weekend, because then we have a CME gap above us. If it moves up, we got to look for that retrace down, because there's a CME gap below us if we move up between now and Sunday and we close above where we closed on Friday. So let's talk about that. Let's jump in. We're vibing this morning. Everybody that was here early, I was playing a little section of my DJ set. From some of you that don't know, I played nationally and internationally toured internationally for about 15 years as a DJ. Always had online businesses. Was in crypto since 2015. That's how I made my I made a good living on crypto, but also was making a really good living DJing. But that's how I can't just, if I'm playing at night, what am I supposed to do during the day? Dive into those charts, baby. And then of course I made the full transition Yes, transitioning is okay if you do it for a professional reason. I transitioned into full crypto in terms of being in the public sphere about 2 years ago. And so I don't DJ as much anymore, but I just did have a set at a private festival in Vermont in July. So that's a little part of that set. Everybody, let's hop in here. Everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell. It's time to get going. We got 58 people in the room. Let's go ahead and jump into it. We are going to be doing the giveaway today. Just so you know, I forgot to do it yesterday. We're going to do it on today's post. Today is the only day we're going to draw from. So make sure you head over to BitLab Academy's page right here at Academy BitLab. Hit that. Make sure you're following. Hit that retweet. This thing right here, repost, and hit that like button. You have to like it also in order to be part of the entry to win. We're going to be drawing towards the end of the show, close to about 11 a.m., which is about 57 minutes from now. So everybody, let's jump in here. Let's get this going. We don't want to hear a bunch of talking. We want to see the charts. Make sure you're giving me a follow here at Kelly Kellam. Look for the blue check. Look for the hit logo. When you follow BitLab Academy, look for that orange or the yellow check and the hit logo. Just say this because I want you all to be following the correct people, none of those fake scam accounts out there. So before we dive in, I got one chart I want to show you, and it's a new metric, coin time. And it's very interesting where if you look at this metric, if you don't understand how to read on-chain data graphs, the way you read any chart ever is you look for correlations in certain properties of that metric and how it relates to what price was doing at that time. And you try to see what the regularity is of that. Is it a high hit rate? Is it a low hit rate? In this case, each time this is low, look at this, boom, low, boom, low, boom, low, boom. We had a little bit of a reset here. Also, we had a little bit of a reset here. So we're seeing this regularity of bear market bottoms, an attempted push, potential sell-off, which also corresponds with a destruction of block time. And we can see the same thing has happened here. We're at right here. We didn't quite get high like we did here. And while some people say getting high is bad, we want certain things on charts to get high as they could be. We also want to get them as low as they can be. And that divergence, that disparity between those two metrics helps you really identify good cycle opportunities to get in or get out on a macro sense. So in this case, we had right here at the FTX collapse. Look how low we got, and we're finding the support on this lower trend line. But then we got this little push up, which is the first half of the year, and we started selling off actually way before this right here. We're getting a lot of destruction before we even had this sell-off that we're currently having. But we had this double tap on this bottom line. Is this suggesting we've got an incredible opportunity right now? I absolutely think we have an incredible opportunity right now. And I think what some people get distracted on is price not go up right now on the 5-minute chart. Well, get the hell out of here if that's what you're trying to figure out. If you're trying to figure out only price go up on a small time frame chart, you're never going to make money in this market. Now, if you're trying to see what direction price is going to go on a 5-minute chart and don't care about up or down, then if you're looking at a 5-minute chart, then maybe you're going to be able to make it. In reality, what we want to really identify here on Bitcoin is these large pushes that we have. We had a big push here, even though this doesn't seem like very long. This was multiple months sell-off consolidation, multiple months into a bull run. We want to attack these areas here, and it's okay if we miss it, because then we still have this area here. It's okay if we miss it. We have the sell-off. We still have this area here. It's okay if we miss the opportunity right after the FTX collapse, because we're still at an incredible price corresponding to what the likelihood of where price can go following alongside and following this next pump. So if you're, adding unnecessary stress to yourself because you're looking only for price go up on a 5-minute chart, what the hell are you doing? Now, how's everybody doing? I want to do roll call right now. Everybody in the room, I want everybody to post in 2 altcoins and an emoji. I want to see everybody in the room do it right now. If you're watching over on Hit Network, make sure you head over to BitLab Academy, which is right here, youtube.com/@BitLab Academy. Come follow us here, participate in the live chat, get involved. And remember, we had a lot of you ask, or we asked a lot of you to say, do you think we're going to be above or below the price, which we're still at the same price from yesterday, this $26,000 level? Do you think we're going to be pushing up, breaking above 26.6? Do you think we're going to be breaking below this 25.3 essentially and working our way down? Or do you think we're still going to be consolidating this sideways within the sideways range between now and the market close tomorrow? Let me know what you think. Shout out to everybody in here. We got Brad Guidell, Sawtooth Hiker, Crimson Caravan Company, Wick 589. Is it 589? Is that an XRP reference? C3, DD Reichars, Faden Tradfi, Investing Bros, my boys. I'm not sure which one it is, but shout out to you, Red Elephant. Thank you again for calling out that win yesterday. Calling out the doing a giveaway. So let's go ahead and continue on here. We got a mellow fellow, Jackson Crawford, Crimson's girlfriend, Crypto Dean, Roy Strobel, Alexander Green, Matthew Barnes. We got everybody in the house. Kyle Owen. I love each and every one of you. Let's go ahead and look at these charts. What's going on? We're going to look at smaller time frames because we've been looking at bigger time frames all week. I want to get down into the 1 hour and the 24 minute. Because we're really trying to identify right now what the move's going to be potentially over the weekend. So let's go ahead, let's get down, let's get in the nitty gritty. What time frames do you prefer? If you had to pick 4 time frames to use charts on, I want everybody in the comments right now, let me know what your 4 time frames are. For me, I like the 3, I like the weekly, but that's a given. So I like the 3-day, I like the 12-hour, I like the 4-hour, and I like the 1 hour. With the caveat of I like to throw in a 24-minute and a 7-minute in there as well. As you notice, I don't do all exact fixed times that a lot of people are looking at. I like to get a little bit of an edge by looking slightly different. 1 hour, 4 hour, those are going to be given because you really want to establish where there's midterm macro, those midterm almost small time frame, but still midterm when you're looking at Bitcoin. 4 hour and then down to the 1 hour is getting to small time frame. But you're seeing known levels. And then when you get down to really trying to pull a trigger, 24-minute, 7-minute is really what I really like to look at to pull the trigger. Even if I'm taking a trade based on a 3-day chart, I get down to the 4 hour and see if the setup agrees. And then I pull the trigger when the 24-minute setup agrees. And if I'm really trying to snipe, then I get in there on the 7-minute and really look at, making sure you got the lineup on the 3-day, 4 hour, well, it's really the 3-day, the 12-hour, the 4 hour. And then I get down into those smaller time frames to pull the trigger. So let's go ahead and look at this. Look, I mean, this is just straight sideways range. Straight sideways range. And on this sideways range, do we have any alpha from the charts that are suggesting anything one way or another? Look at this. There's a perfect equilibrium. And where is it? Exactly where this point of control is, right here, right through the chart. In fact, look at this. It's even acting as support. It's even acting as resistance, support, resistance. We're sitting right on that line trying to figure out which way it's going to test next. Now, looking first here, we can see on the BitLab Trend Fuel, we have all this green. We're on the 1 hour chart, a lot of green. Is this suggesting that it's ready to make the move? Well, anytime you're using any indicator series, whether you're using any indicator pack, it doesn't matter. Free indicators that are on TradingView, MarketCypher, Lux Algo, or the BitLab Trading Stack. You want to see certain signals and then utilize those signals that you're seeing to then look to other signals for support and confirmation. So coming here, looking at this, we've got the BitLab Intelligence here. If we turn this on, we've got the BitLab Trend Fuel here on the bottom. And we've also got the BitLab Volume right here, which provides us these levels of support, potential support and resistance zones based on order blocks that are in the chart. So coming down, if we come down here to the 24-minute, you see we've got, let's zoom in here. We've got an order block right above us, which not only is it an order block, we know that when price is trying to push higher, we want it to break past the previous high. So this is just helping illustrate that not only was this a previous high, the most previous high, most recent, we also have an order block here suggesting that there is a lot of a cluster of a lot of large orders in this region, suggesting that there's interest in not letting price get beyond this point. Similarly, we have an order block right below us. Now, in addition to all this, we have a W formation right here. Boom, 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 boom. If we can take out this level, What level am I talking about? Of course, when we're talking about W formations, the level I'm talking about is would be the neckline of, the neckline of that formation, which is just like this. So if we could take this out, I do think that price action may work its way up into here. Now notice, we could touch the bottom side of this order block here on the BitLab trading stack. And if we do that, if we tap the bottom side of this order block, we still will be having a lower high from here, and here. So let's also provide ourselves some context as to where we may get rejected from if we do start pushing higher. Well, first things first, let's kind of come like this. Let's actually go right here. So it looks like we're already attempting a little bit of a breakout. Let's actually pull this a little bit tighter. Yeah. So it looks like we're attempting a little bit of a breakout right now. And if we're able to clear this level, which is also this previous low. So we've got this previous low right here. We've got a lot of, I won't call it a lot of work. We're on the 24-minute chart, but we've got a little bit of work to do directly at this level. Not only this neckline, but these previous lows. So if we do take these out, I do think we're testing up into this order block. That's what I'm seeing most immediately. If we come back down and lose this level, I think we're going to be testing down probably around the bottom. I actually don't want to draw a line there, whole horizontal ray. I think we're going to be testing somewhere in this sort of region right here if the price does come down. If we lose this level, I think not only are we going to come down and test, it looks like we've got a bit of a little bit, I won't call this a falling wedge because it's not like, I mean, it's a little ugly. But if we do lose this line, I'd see price testing this. And if we lose that, testing down here and likely kind of trickling down until we tap the zone or a wick down here and then a candle closure back inside here. Now, going back to the 1 hour, we're talking about having support and confirmations between multiple signals. And I just, again, want to point to you that we do have a lot of bullishness that's showing up here on the 1 hour chart. From if I make this large, you can see this V is for the VWAP. I'll put my mouse over it. This S is for stochastic K line, which is this line right here. This R is for RSI. Is it topped or bottomed? And that's kind of determined partially by how high it is and how low it is, but also if you're getting a reversal with a candle closure with something reversing, showing that the RSI is reversing. Now we also have stochastics topped or bottomed. Now this right here, why is this green? Because stochastics have bottomed and we're getting that we had that first candle closure with this stochastics reversing to the upside, suggesting a potential reversal attempt may be in play. Then we have wave trend 1 and we have wave trend 2, which are essentially your money flow and your trend wave, your momentum wave here. Now, all this bullishness, but it's also at the same time, immediately you have to question it because it's the same moment that you're getting this signal, you're getting the stochastics reversing, RSI is looking like it's not quite meeting that reversal yet, meaning the underlying strength, the buying power and what's happening in the order, but the things that RSI is based off of is not yet agreeing. Maybe it will soon, but it's not yet. So we got to keep an eye on that. And additionally, this trend wave is clipping to the downside here. And money flow is quite neutral. That's why it's gray right here. So yes, we have all this bullishness all right here on the trend side, the trend fuel, but there's still, even within this, there's some non-supportive evidence when you look deeper into the data. Now, if we come on here, we see, okay, we have the weekly VWAP all the way up here, and look at this. This is acting as a lot of resistance. So if we do move up, remember on the 24-minute time frame, we have this level. Let's put it on the top side of this level. Now come back to the 1 hour. You see, we got to clear this level, but not only this level, we're getting these wicks, these bullish attempts. See these wicks? If we do take out this level, I expect that we'll likely even get a wick up to 26,110. The question is going to be at this level, do we get rejected and come back down? Or are we going to break through this and then test, previous highs here and work our way up? As it stands right now, there's a few things that are leaning a little bullish, but it's not quite yet. We've got a little bit, I don't want to call it an inverted head and shoulders, but we got a little bit of a shoulder here, a little bit of a head, and an attempt at a shoulder here that has failed and come down, but we still have, you can still read a little bit of underlying bullishness with this attempt, deeper attempt. Bulls brought it back to now the bears can't really take it down that far anymore. So there's a little bit of lingering sort of bullishness from this invalidated inverted head and shoulders. We can also see that the volume is coming off right here. So there's lack of interest coming in. Everybody's waiting on somebody to make a move. It's like, no, you make a move. No, you make a move. So Crypto Caravan Company says he thinks we're going to reject at 26,100. Well, let's see. Do you all think that we're going to get a break above this 26,108, this weekly VWAP? Or do you think we're going to get rejected and come back down and test down into this order block range, which perfectly paints out an area that we very likely could test if we do break down? I do think first, there's a very small time frame, but if we do break down into here, once we lose 25,980, I think that we will be testing down here into the 25,850 sort of region. That's what I'm seeing on Bitcoin. It's very tight. It's waiting on a move. Let's go to the 24-minute. I want to pull up the BBW. Oops, loaded it twice. Volatility is quite low on the 24-minute chart. You see this? So maybe a little bit of a move is coming, but it's been, it's been down here for some time. But this is trending to the downside. We can see this. But we do have a little bit of support. A little bit of support right here. You really wanted to look at it. But it's ugly support. It's not a super strong support level. This is coinciding with this level though. So maybe if this does get rejected and come down, find support here, then test through this and breaks up. Everybody's waiting for somebody to make a move. That's just what happens in these markets sometimes. All right, do I got a list? It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go through a bunch of altcoins. Got 142 people in the room. I want to see 142 likes in the next 5 minutes. We only got half of you have hit that like button. I'm up early on a Saturday giving you guys TA. Everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And by the way, we're also doing that giveaway here in about 45 minutes. The giveaway is for, what was it, for 3-month BitLab Pro. And all you've got to do is head right over here to today's post here on @Academy BitLab. Make sure you're following. Hit that retweet, hit that like button. You got to do both these and follow. This is how you get entered to win. We're going to be drawing at the end of the stream. Okay, let's break down the TA. We got the landscape. I just want to caution you guys a little bit. Let's turn off the volume. This is because it's the Dixie is not really going to be volume. Okay, look in here. We're on the 24-minute. I do not want to look at the 24-minute on the DXY. The dollar is kind of causing some pressure on the markets right now. The dollar's causing some pressure because there's a little bit of, I don't want to say a flight of capital to the dollar, but there's this downtrend that this was rejecting off of that the dollar has broken out of. Now, why do we care about this? We want to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum and we want to be a DJ in alts. The dollar is pressing higher. It's a very simplified way to identify the risk narrative of the market at a current time. If the dollar is pushing higher, that means the likelihood of risk investments goes down. Because the dollar becomes stronger, it makes less sense to invest in risky assets. There's flight from assets into the strength of the dollar. Now, that's not the absolute correct way to describe it, but that's the most simplified way I can really break it down. Similarly, if you see when the dollar is breaking down, you tend to see that's when you see very strong movements. This is all 2022. What we have in 2022, we had a huge downtrend on the markets, right? And then we had the first half of the year. Look at this, November all the way into June, July. We had this very strong push the first half of the year, right? Very strong push out in January. We had a little bit of the price action down on Bitcoin when this is going up. And then when this is coming down, that's when we had that big push on Bitcoin again. And then Bitcoin came down, and look at this, Dixie went up. Now, this isn't going to be a direct correlation, but it's something we need to periodically check in on when we're trying to understand where the risk is going in the market. So let's go ahead and move down the list. Ethereum, still sitting at that same level. Bit of a bear flag, bit of just sideways consolidation, but here we are. We're on the 12-hour. Let's get back down to the smaller time frame. We're being degens today. If you guys are degen, sometimes throw a 1 in chat or type in degen. Comment down below. What percentage do you think you degen? Is your portfolio all alts? And in those alts, is it primarily alts that aren't even in the top 10? Are you only a degen trader? That's okay if you are. I just want you to protect yourself and know that there's a better way and a more likely way for you to make a lot of money. Because you're just exposing yourself to so much risk. All right, so looking here, this is interesting. I just noticed this. We've got a bit of a diamond pattern here. Look at this. Now, if you come over here and you go, if you ever lost Investopedia diamonds. This is not what I want. That's the wrong diamond patterns. We're not talking about conflict-free diamonds. There we go. Diamond. Yeah. What is a bearish diamond? So this is a topping diamond. So can you look at this on the inverse, potentially a reversal pattern for an uptrend? Because, I mean, that looks pretty darn similar. If you look at this, down, diamond, are we going to have a push up out of this? We're getting a little bit of bearishness on the 1 hour here on the charts. Stochastics, however, are very cooled off. They're coming down here at 18%. How do I know that? Because when I put my mouse here, you can always look to the right and see what the corresponding value is. Same thing when you put your mouse on the chart. You can see the price right here. So when I move my mouse down to about where the bottom of that RSI is, it's about 16%. And this these momentum waves are constricting tighter and tighter. Something's bound to give. Now, when we look at this, if we zoom in on this 1 hour, look at this. We are fighting this VWAP, VWAP, rejected. We finally broke above it, lost it, and it's trying to. The bears are doing a good job of just keeping this just on the slight bit bearish bias. However, this is, to me, it feels like the bears are losing a little bit of steam in their ability. Now, can this break out to the bottom and still go up? Absolutely. But as we're looking at this, let's look at the 8 hour. Look at this. This trend is coming up. 4 hour. This is very middle of the road, 38%. RSI is 40%. We want to see the RSI get back above 50%. So this is coming in. It's looking like on a moment that Ethereum wants to make a move because it's coming in on the end of the apex of this pattern. Now, in addition to all this, what were we talking about? This trap, I don't want to call it a trap because it's not like a bull trap or a bear trap, but the position that the price is in, especially here on the 4 hour chart, we're between the weekly VWAP and the trend signal line. It's bullish that we are above the trend signal line, but it shows that the bears are still suppressing us here. The bulls don't have enough steam because we cannot get over the weekly VWAP. So there's a little bit of a bearish bias there, mitigated by the bullish bias that we're sitting on top of this trend signal line. This is why you don't just want to say we're above the 50 exponential moving average. This means we're up and away. Well, this is saying this is holding us at the gate right now. So coming back to the 1 hour, is there going to be a move today? You could argue that, let me see. You could argue that, let's see, just like that. We want this. You could argue that we're already starting to break this, but this is a small enough time frame that if you're looking at this on the 4 hour, we're still attempting this zone. If we do lose this level, I don't necessarily think it's down and away because we have this level right here, option J. We've got this level right here, which is essentially this level here. And Let's turn on the BitLab volume. And look at us, we're trapped. This is how you can see. Large orders, clusters of liquidity in the order books in previous price action. A lot of clusters here defending this zone. A lot of people buying here. When price came down, a lot of people bought here, defended it back up. And then here, a lot of people, a lot of cluster of orders right here selling. So now, not only are we trapped between on that 4 hour, that weekly VWAP, and that, and I'm really zoomed in. I was like, why am I so zoomed in? And the trend signal line, but we're also, look at this, we're trapped between the 20 moving average and the trend signal, and the weekly VWAP. So coming down here on this 1 hour chart, this is telling me that there's a sort of even interest between the bulls and the bears. The question is going to be, which one of these is going to break first? If this does push up into this, now, mind you, we have all these levels. If this pushes straight up, we've got the weekly VWAP above us and this diagonal level of resistance and this order block all right here. In reality, I think because of this and the parity here, I see a higher likelihood that this travels a bit sideways and has similar tests like this. Sideways doesn't mean it's directly straight line. It very well could do very similar stuff like this, where if we, how do I use some tools on here so infrequently. How do you, can't remember how to, let me see. Doesn't mean you can't have something like this. Continually trading sideways and having the test down. Isn't this crazy? How we drew this from over here. And if we do this right here, this is bouncing on the same level and this is getting rejected. I mean, this is something very likely that could happen. Maybe it even constricts a bit tighter. We don't get these large pushes. It gets tighter and tighter, and then we break one way or the other. Either way, this is looking like, it's looking like there's an even pair right now between the bulls and the bears, and we're in a potential reversal pattern, but it's going to question what direction the narrative is going to shift over the weekend, or if we're going to hold through Sunday night. So I would say I'm kind of in a no-go zone right now on Ethereum. If we start losing levels, for instance, if we lose, not even this level, if we lose this level here, 1600, I think that we're going to be testing down into the mid to lower 1500s and then potentially 1400 down below that. That's what I'm seeing on Ethereum. Let's see some stuff we haven't looked at lately. AGIX. Who's my AGIX holders out there? Oh, we got a super chat. I didn't see it. Let me scroll back and see if I can see what it says. It says $10 super chat. Can the mods let me know what the super chat was? I did not see it. I appreciate the super chat. As soon as the mods let me know what it was, I will take a look at it. 1 hour. Very similar to Ethereum, except we don't have the diamond. We have more of a range. This range that we're trading in right now. Look at this calls. Boom, to boom, to boom, to boom, to boom. These calls on the BitLab Trading Stack are phenomenal. By the way, if you guys, anybody still wants the BitLab Trading Stack, I mean, you can always get it, but we got a great deal going on right now. You can get 30% off if you use Give Me 30. All you got to do is head over to bitlabacademy.com. Oh, sorry about that. Head over to bitlabacademy.com. And go to right here, indicators, go down to BitLab Trading Stack and add yourself right here, add it to your cart. When you add it to your cart, put in your email, put in your stuff. And as soon as you put it in towards the bottom, it'll say coupon code or, coupon, whatever. You can put, give me 30, you get 30% off your first month. So let's go ahead and look at this right here. AGIX, the AI play in the, one of the stronger AI plays in the crypto sector. It's having a bit of this stair step down pattern except this is a larger move. Are we going to get a larger consolidation, or is this going to break out sooner? Well, there's not any indication right now. If we go about to the 12-hour, there's no strong indication right here that this is trying to work its way up yet. We do have two of these triangles here on the BitLab Trend Fuel that are suggesting that the trend was trying, excuse me, to reverse to the upside. But the problem I have with this is you always want to look at multiple signals. This did make that attempt. We see it. In fact, we see two of them. We get the potential reversal here, but we see the stochastics are already up here pushing up into the almost 70, right at 71%, which is almost over here. You see this line right here? It's almost the 70% line. And we can see that we do have a trend line on the stochastics just like this. Are we in for a little bit more of a move to the upside, or is this stochastics going to go up and get overheated without us even making a move higher, just confirming another lower high? See this right there? We're pushing right into that zone, and where are we rounding out? Right here. So if we do take this out, immediate stop above us, 1927. But does that mean it's a stop? No, that could be a potential hesitation. It depends on the strength of the move. But if this does push out, I would not be buying until we got above this. And then the next zone we'd be looking for is right here at 21. And then the next zone is going to be right about right here, where all this price action is and the top side of this range. So these are the three levels I'm watching for a potential relief, rally into this zone and back down. If we get down to the 1 hour, we could see we have order blocks right above us as well. So the 12-hour gave us the context. 1 hour is giving us context that how strong this area is if we do push up. Not only do we have this previous level and these previous lows, we have this order block right here suggesting that on a move up, not only will we have a lower high, we'd likely get a lower rejection here, which would give us that lower high. And there's a lot of work to be done right here because of the cluster of interest that has happened in the order books previously at this level. Are they still going to defend that level? Right? Now, if we lose, if we reject from here, first level to the downside, I'm looking at a 17,432. And then the next level down is, I think we'll probably wick down into this zone here, down here into 1630. What else we want to look at? Mods, you guys, did anybody see what the super chat was? I haven't, maybe he sent it in the mod Discord here. For some reason I can't scroll all the way back. Yo no sé. Let's continue on. What else do we want to look at? Mina. Never owned. Look at that. Look at all the areas. This trading stack is ridiculous. I love it. Okay, we got the diamond right here, which is similar to the triangle. It's very similar to the triangle, except the momentum wave did not get all the way up past the 70 line. So it's giving just a little bit weaker of a signal than these triangles do. As we see that triangle here, and we got the diamonds when it's lower. You see, stochastics are trying to round about. Is this going to find support here somewhere above this order block, even on this trend signal line? It already bounced here. Are we going to push up? If we do, we've got a little bit of a trend line right here. And this trend line is going to give us some work because the trend line is kind of going to be, by the time this gets up here, is going to be a little bit confluent with where this weekly VWAP is at 39.7, 39.8. If we could take out this zone, then we're working through this order block already. And if we do take out the zone, I think that we're going to be testing this sort of zone right here, 40, and then up here into the 41.1. If we do get rejected here, we've already got a little bit of rejected. We do have an M top. This is leaning a little bit more bearish. We got the M top, bounce here. Are we going to get rejected here? Come down, lose the trend signal line, and then test into the 39.1, in which case I do think it's, we have some support, but this is a very small time frame. If we lose this level, I think we're testing down here into this point of control, down here, 38.9 down to 38.7 sort of zone for Mina. What else we got? ICP. SCUP. Is this, let's go to a smaller time frame. Is this a little bit of a inverted head and shoulders? Very sideways. It's very ugly. It's not an inverted head and shoulders, but there are some characteristics. Attempt down, deeper attempt down, not so deep of an attempt down. And we're finding resistance right here at this level. And we have an order block here. If we're able to take this out, I think we're definitely hitting 362 to 364. And then we'll be working our way up beyond that if we could take this out. If we get rejected here, I think we're testing back down to around this level right here. Why this level? Because this bounces here. We also have kind of a rejection over here. So we do have this deviation below that bounces on the weekly VWAP. But if this gets rejected, I'm looking for is there going to be underlying bullish strength and we bounce here and come up, or are we going to lose this and test down to the weekly VWAP and ultimately lose it and come down here to the 346? XRP. Look at that, testing that order block. We're on the 15 minute though. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's go to the 30 minute. Okay, we have order blocks on the 24 minute and 30 minute right above us. So there is some work to be done here. If we cannot clear this level, 52.6, I'm not even going to consider up here. This is feeling a little bit more bearish. This is looking like maybe this is even the wrong spot to draw this line. There we go. Now we have the wicks. Now we have the wicks rejecting, and we have rejection. This is rejection, rejection. This is testing the zone. If we do get rejected, the bullish case would be to come down and test the weekly VWAP, or maybe a little lower, 51.7. If we can't hold that and work our way back up, then I think we're working our way back down to the lower support down here at 50.8. QNT had a little bit of a push. Look at all this interaction here. Rejection, 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 rejection. Fake out. It's almost like a break of and confirmation, but then a deviation below. This is a lot of noise right here. But we do also see curving, suggesting the waning power of the bulls. That's on the 24 minute, but on the 1 hour, let me actually go back there. 24 minute, look at this, where are we at? We pushed right into the order block. Where from? All the way back here, the beginning of August. And right when we pushed into this, look at this, we got perfect signals here. We got a lot of high volume candles, which are these teal candles on the BitLab Intelligence, into stopping volume right here and a trend shift. We got one more little attempt here. We could tell that that was likely going to happen because down here on the trend fuel, we have all these green bars suggesting there's a lot of buying volume still. A lot of buying volume in this trend. So we're getting a little bit of a hesitation here. This signals to me, because we don't have any triangle or diamond or divergence or anything down here, this is suggesting to me that there is a trend shift coming, but not quite yet. So then we get another high volume candle, pushes actually into the order block zone. Then we get stopping volume in the trend shift. And then on the next candle, we get this triangle. So that would have been a potential, if you had a long, you're trading like a range, that would have been a potential, you know, on this candle here, the potential sell of that for the most highly confirmable sale for this, for stacking your probabilities. Now, as we stand right now, maybe you take only partial profits on that trade. Maybe you're just doing a, you know, a potentially a leverage trade and you're just trading this swing and you got your signal, so you're out. I prefer to ladder my entries and ladder my exits, meaning breaking them up into 2 or 3 trades. So I have 2 or 3 buys for an entry or 2 or 3 sells. So this could have been a little bit of a take profit. We have come back down here. We've found support currently on the trend signal line. The question is going to be, is this going to hold? Currently looking relatively weak on this. This is not a head and shoulders, but it has similar characteristics. If this, we have a bit of a move here, larger move, a breakdown. If right here, if we get this weak move, and look at this, we're on this is a small time frame chart. Oops. If we are getting rejected in this zone below this order block, then I do think we're going to be testing back down to this order block right here, which is, you can see, oh, no, yeah, it's right under this, the point of control line right here, the high volume zone. which is also this previous high. I do think if we get rejected here, we're coming back here to 103, 103.05. If we push up and we take out 104.60, I think we're going to reattempt this, and we'll have to see it at 105.38, 105.40, 105.35, let's call it that. Then we can visit potentially continually moving up, because we have seen this sort of consolidation before, but this is more sideways and down. This is down. This is a change of character between these two setups. AVAX. That's a terrible chart. That's, oh, I'm on a 7-minute chart. Do you guys see what that just looked like? Looks like the galaxy. Let's go to Coinbase. There we go. Starting to round a bit, much like we talked about with the other assets. 1 hour. There's not even any buy order blocks below us, which gives me a little bit of hesitation here. Yeah, I think this is still going to test down to this region, this 990, because of this rounding nature. Like if you trace this, if you were to trace this and continue it, this still has room to come down and test this zone right here below 10. And this is not looking relatively bullish. This is not looking relatively bullish yet. It's trying to form something, but as you can see, again, if we trace this move, that's suggesting just on a very, very, very non-professional, but just approximation, that price can still come down and create this roundingness and come down even down into the lower, even down to 980, 975. Now, if we lose about 965, I think price is going to be coming much lower. If we're able to push up and take out this weekly view, well, that's on the 12-hour. Let's go to the 4-hour. We're able to take out this weekly view. No, I wouldn't even do that one. I'm looking at the weekly VWAP when I'm doing this. I'm looking at the weekly VWAP on different time frames to see where it's having a lot of interaction with the price action in the recent range. And in this case, look, rejected, rejected, rejected. So this is a VWAP I would use on the 8-hour. If we could take out 1025, which is also just below where this high is. If we take this out, I do think that we're moving up, and then we have to contend with this zone right here, which is 1080. Kind of the previous lows, kind of the highs, order block right here. So the middle point here, and again, I'm not saying the exact price. The middle point here is if the price does break above 1025, I think price is going to be regionally in the 1070 to 1085 sort of range up here if we do take out 1025. If we lose, what was it, 965? I do think we're working our way lower, scaring the bejesus out of everybody. GRT, what's up, GRT? It was maybe a Band-Aid saying thank you. Thank you, maybe a Band-Aid. Thank you for being my Band-Aid. Said, and how awesome you are. Added it to the last part. I can't remember what it precisely was. Well, thank you, maybe a Band-Aid. I appreciate the super chat. I really do. Let me move the chat right here. My control screen there. Maybe I'll be able to see the chat a little bit more often. All right. What else do we want to see? Did we look at Cardano? Cardano trading in this range. Got this symmetrical triangle here. It's also a bit of a falling into this symmetrical triangle, and this bottom part this is a wicked zone here. So are we going to get another sort of scary move to the downside before any resolution up? If we're looking at this, I mean, this is just complete chop. Man. So look at this. We're fighting this level right now. Fighting this level, this downtrend resistance. which is kind of a little obscure, but not quite, because if you look at this, it's a rejection. Sorry, a bounce just above this. You can actually move this just a touch. That'd be a little better. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Then here we got a rejection. We got a bounce right here. So we're not quite fighting it yet. Sometimes you got to adjust your lines. So it looks like in some ways we may have broken out of this. Maybe we're retesting this. And if we do get rejected, if we lose this level, this 25.8, then if that's the case, then I think that we are going to test likely down to 25.4, potentially down to 25 even. If we lose 25 even, then we're going to be looking at some, probably I would expect probably a bit of a sell-off wick that hopefully, I'm biased on Cardano because I want it to go up. Hopefully a bit of a sell-off wick that gets bought up because there's such a strong bullish bias community with Cardano. I do think on strong sell-offs that there would be a bit of buying pressure on this. So again, that's not financial advice. That's just my there's a little bit of bias in the way I'm looking at Cardano because I'm looking at the strength of the community. You know what I'm saying? So if this is the case, if we do reject here and come down, I'm looking again at 25 cents and then potentially wick down here to the 23.8, 24 cent zone. If we lose 24 cents, then we may be having a hell of a hard time. The wick down here is all the way to here, option J. That's 22 cents. Could we get a 20? Do you guys think we'll get a 22 cent Cardano? It's me, Kenyatta. Saucer swap. I don't know what saucer swap is. You're gonna have to give me what the ticker is, and I'm gonna say before I look at this, I don't know what it is. Because I'm doing TA on this does not mean I support or deny any asset out here. I just want everybody to know if I'm looking at an asset, it's me, Kenyatta, super chatted it, so I'm gonna look at it for him. But we gotta give the people what they want. What else do we want to look at? Let's see. Filecoin, how you doing, baby? It's just tap. We're getting a little bit of, on the candle bodies, we're getting a little bit of rounding. We have this ultimate sort of low here from this previous range all the way back in early June. And look at this rounding nature. I mean, look at this. Is this going to be a rounded, like this sort of bounce, round, dip? Somebody knows what sauce. So yeah, if we lose this level, I think we're going to be coming down. I mean, we have this trend line that we can put out here. If we lose this level on Filecoin, I think we are coming down. We have this horizontal level of previous support, as well as this diagonal level of resistance that we have flipped to support. So it's going to be interesting to see if the price comes down here, if this is going to be a strong bounce point, which would be regionally kind of a double bottom, but a little bit lower. Let's go a little bit larger time. Yeah, so candle body wise, if we lose this zone here, if we come down here, we're still above the low of this wick, but we're starting to get into the areas that this is looking very weak. We're getting a lot of bullish divergences here, as you can see on the trend fuel here, BitLab trend fuel. So it's there's some underlying strength that's trying to come in that just can't follow through. So let's look at the degen coin. Sauce. I've never even heard of this coin. Let's see. Shout out to the degens out there. Looks like it's making an attempt. Look at this on the 12-hour candles. Not a lot of data here. 12-hour candles. This goes all the way back to September of last year. So it's about a year old. A little bit of price discovery to the downside. Called the reversal here. Pushed up. We pushed right into the order block of this previous range over here. Got rejected. Now, is there a little bit of a bull flag here? Let's go to the daily. Is there a little bit? I mean, kind of, but it's hard to say. I'm guessing this has a very small market cap. If this holds this zone, here, especially above, I would say right here, the top of this previous, if this kind of bounces right here, look at this, it's right on the trend signal line, this bounces up in here, it still has to contend with the resistance right above it. And this is a little bit of an arbitrary resistance. I did it based on the candle bodies and this wick being here. I mean, you know, this is just a lot of noise with these small market cap coins. Yeah. So we have this trend line from this wick to this candle body to this candle to this wick, gives us a somewhat of a defined zone. If we push up here and take out 2288, 2316 sort of zone, then I think we can reattempt this up here. But the momentum is looking like it's trying to come down. That's on the daily though. Let's go down to the 2 hour. This is looking weak at this level. Could this potentially even be a, no, it's not. Let me see. Yeah. I think it's going to test down here to 2107. If we lose that, then I think we're coming down 1820, 1830, and then potentially even lower. I'm curious now. Let's look at this together. Coin market cap. Sometimes you got to look at some degen stuff, and also it can provide lessons in terms of I have no idea about what this is. And again, I'm not necessarily saying I support it or not. I have no idea what it is. So let's look at it. It's got a market cap of an enormous $10 million. Talk about an absolute micro cap. This is something that you should not have more than, I would say, 0.5% of your portfolio in an asset like this. Because if it does pop, it will turn into 20 or 30 or 40% of your portfolio, and you can reallocate those profits into other stuff. But the likelihood of this really popping is low because it has such a small market cap. And so, yeah, I mean, 670 million. There's 670 million saucers. There's going to be 1 billion total. Yeah, this is not looking too hot. And there's no shame if anybody wants to degen in any coin. I don't care if you're in Shiba Inu, Pepe, Saucer Swap, you know, Elbow Coin. Make sure if you're going to participate in any of those things, it's fine to do it, but don't put yourself in a position where you make some money or you start, you know, you have a bunch of money in Ethereum and you hear about this new microcap coin. You're like, oh, well, if that pops, then I'm going to be rich. The likelihood of it is very low. So just allocate accordingly. What's Link doing today? Let's get back on a respectable coin here. Man, this is looking like it wants to test this 579 and then likely come down in here into the 542. That's what it's looking like, what it wants. Now, because we had a small bearish deviation, a larger bullish deviation, and the bears brought it down below where it was before. So if Link can push up and break all these order blocks directly above us, let's go to the 1 hour. If we can push up and, yeah, I mean, take out this weekly VWAP 614 and then the point of control, which is right above that 618. So around the 614 to 618 sort of zone, which excuse me, ultimately 622, because it's the high of this previous range here. We want to push up out of here, take this out, take out 622, and realistically take out 642 to show a break in trend. So we have something higher. If we all of a sudden we have this attempt and it's a good attempt, but we have a lower high, then that's another, you know, spanking against the bulls. And every time that happens to the bulls in this sort of scenario, a lot of times they get weaker and the bulls start to take over. In this case right here, look, push up, sell off. Look how weak this push up is. Is this going to test here to 591 and then ultimately lose 587 and then work its way down to that 555 and 542 as we talked about before? What else? Let's get back over to Big Daddy Bitcoin. Shout out to everybody that's been here in the room all day. Appreciate you here Saturday morning. Everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell. We got, I want to shout it out one more time. We're about to do a giveaway. Come over here to BitLab Academy. I'm going to retweet it in here. retweet, like, follow this page and this tweet to be entered to win. I'm going to draw it here in just a moment. So everybody get involved there. Let's look at Bitcoin one more time before we go. Is there any other news? Is there any other news that's come out on the wire? Pepe Army says they have a proposal for me. You know how many proposals I get a day? You guys want to see this? Look at this. Have you seen my previous influencer manager? Hey, I've got something for your network. Hey, you want a sponsor? Hey, it's like all these exchanges, and it's nonstop. And I try to hold that back for you guys so this can be all alpha. And we got to talk about what's going on with BitLab and the courses and the indicators, because that's how we pay our rent. So if you do want to really support the channel, head over to bitlabacademy.com. Where did the page go? Did I already close it out? Head over to bitlabacademy.com and utilize that code, give me 30. And we're about to do the giveaway right now. So let's look at Bitcoin, and then we're going to do the giveaway. Make sure you're doing that follow, like, retweet on that post that I just put in here. I'm going to pin it to the top of the comments. And all right. Looking here, any changes? Let's get super degen. Let's get down to the 15-minute. We are trying to break out of this zone. So there's a little bit of an attempt here. And the question is, if it's going to follow through when this is pushing, you don't need to trade this exact moment, because this move here this is a 0.2% move. Be patient. Let the move establish something. In this case, this is not establishing anything. Yes, it broke out of this very, very small time frame trend, but I don't care about that. This can be a leading indication to be looking to things going on that could be brewing. Now, breaking of this level and this level, really the 26,108. If we can break above this level, then maybe we've got some legs. But even still, we've got, we've really got to break above 26,108, 26,196. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens on this wick. But this wick, I bet you this wick isn't even here on Bitstamp. Let's see what it looks like on Bitstamp. We got the wick, but not as high. And on Bitstamp, 26,107 is the zone with the order block right below it. 26,87, we're gonna have to watch out for. And as it stands right now, this is looking weak, like it wants to come back down and test 25,985, and then potentially again down, potentially into 25,850. So let's be patient. Let's be calm. Everybody, make sure you have come over here and liked and retweeted and followed that tweet that is pinned in the top. And again, if you're not yet, make sure you follow me here at Kelly Kellam. You see it right there. Make sure you're checking out BitLab Academy. BitLab, can I spell BitLab Academy? Right here. Got so many different courses breaking down how you can read candles and price action and charts and what different indicators are, all the way from the basics of what is Bitcoin, what is blockchain, courses, all the way through the psychology, trading fundamentals, candles, candle patterns, on-chain data analysis. And these are not individual lessons. Each one of these this has 19 lessons in it. This has, I can't remember, it's like 10 or 12. This has quite a few as well, trading strategies. And we're working on a bunch more. Again, if you want to get involved here, let me log out. If you want to get involved here, make sure you come here to enroll now. It's going to be on the top right here, and you can utilize that coupon code for any of these two. This product here, the BitLab Pro, which is a BitLab Premium Discord, all the courses we have, and the indicators. The All Access, which is all the courses we have in the Premium Discord, or you can come here to the indicators, BitLab Trading Stack right here, and get the BitLab Trading Stack here. It's going to load in just a second, I believe. There we go. This is where you go, and you can use that Give Me 30 for 30% off. Now let's go ahead and do that giveaway right now. Thank you to Red Elephant. I think its name's Red Elephant. Was that right? Red Man or Red Elephant Man? Red Elephant. Thank you again for getting us to do the giveaway yesterday when we had the audio loop error. Do you guys want to experience that audio loop error again? Should we have a little test here to see if we can make it happen? I think we can. Let's do it for just a second. We're going to get the audio loop going. We're going to get it. This is what it was like yesterday. This is what it's like when we had the audio loop. Let's do it for just a second. And it happened. We're and we get the audio loop going. So thank you guys so much for everything. I think it's time to do what it was like yesterday. The giveaway here in this just is what it's like when we had the audio loop. So everybody, and it happened. Here it goes. And we get the audio loop going. So thank you guys so much for everything. I think it's time to do what it was like yesterday. The giveaway here. Okay, let's do the giveaway. Here it is. Where is the random comment picker? Boom. The echo was funny. I was doing that on purpose just to relive. Never forget 8/25/2023. That was funny. Now, here we go. Authorize app. Who's going to win 3 months BitLab Pro? Now, do we have the comment picked? It's this one right here. Man, we only had 35 of you. This is only for you guys that are right here, right now. Where is the picker? There we go. No, it's not. Ding. Thank you all so much for all your time and appreciation and patronage and being here and being part of the community. Matthew 23, 34, 29, 22, you are the winner. Get with us, reach out to us in the BitLab Discord. That's how you claim the prize. You got to get in the BitLab Discord to claim the prize. So get in there, register for the free account, and we will get you all set up. Big love to each and every one of you. I appreciate you all. Again, make sure you head over to the BitLab Academy page, get involved, use that Give Me 30. This code is going to be expiring in about 4 days, so utilize it. Big love to each and every one of you. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I'm going to go and play in the sunshine. Away from the charts. Big love to you. What are you all doing today? Let me know in the chat right now. Let me drop in the comments down below. Do you spend a day like a Saturday or a Sunday where you get out of the charts? What do you do? What are you doing today? Let me know. Big love to each and every one of you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Matthew Barnes, is that you? Are you the one that won it? Shout out to you, my friend, if you are. Make sure you reach out to Alex Green or Alexandra G in the BitLab Discord, and we will get this all sorted. I love you all. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell. Adios, muchachos. Adios, muchachos. Thank you for coming. It's Saturday. Get out the charts and go find a friend. Love you guys. Adios.